Okay, I'm gonna let you into a little secret that I learned a couple years ago. You can do your own credit repair and for free. I got into a little situation and got a late payment on my credit report, but I was actually able to get that removed fairly quickly. I did it myself and it cost me no money. Late payments stay on your report for 7 years. Mine dropped 100 points just from my little mistake. And I had worked so hard over the years to get my credit score to a good place. So I was absolutely distraught. So I'm going to talk about how I was able to get that late payment removed legally. Please, please, please be wary of any credit repair companies that are trying to sell you services. Anything that they are going to offer you, you most likely can do by yourself and for free. If they're saying they can mask accurate information on your credit report or make it go away, they might be doing something that's not so legal. Okay, so for starters, mine came from a mix-up I had when I was refinancing my first house. I had a stop payment on my account because the refinance was supposed to happen, and therefore I wasn't supposed to make another payment. The refinance fell through, not from my fault, but that's not part of the story. So when my refinance kicked back off again, I kept seeing that my payment kept trying to go through and then it wouldn't. It would say payment was made and then a few days later it would say payment due, basically. And I saw this happen over the course of a couple weeks. And I tried to make the payment a few times and I was super confused why it wasn't going through. So imagine my surprise when I got a letter in the mail saying I had a 30-day late payment and it was going to affect my score. I was so shocked. I logged in to my credit reporting and my score had dropped from mid 700s to mid 600s. I literally wanted to cry. But mistakes happen and mistakes don't have to be permanent. So if you're in a similar situation, don't panic because there's hope. I, on the other hand, did not know there was hope, so I was panicking enough for the both of us. After frantically Googling and doing a lot of research, which I'm very good at, and that's how I've gotten very far in my life, is just by Googling things I don't know and trying to fix mistakes I've made, I came across what's called a Goodwill adjustment. Pay attention here because this is what's going to help you. A Goodwill adjustment is basically what it sounds like. It's asking for the company to give you goodwill based on your previous relationship. Acknowledge your mistake and asking grace for the situation. Yes, companies do still take that into account, even with all the automation and the lack of real people that we feel like we connect with at the company. This is still a practice that many companies employ. You can find a lot of Goodwill adjustment templates online. Again, look for the free ones, not the ones that they're going to make you pay for. But you want to make sure you tailor it to your specific situation. And I will show you my specific one that I was able to use to get my 30-day late payment removed. But before that, really quick, I forgot to mention, time is of the essence when it comes to these type of requests. I had called in to my mortgage company and asked them about this process, and the customer service agent did let me know that they, if anything after 3 to 4 months, there's a really low shot of the company being able to grant it. If you make a mistake, they want you to try and correct it as quickly as possible. I don't know if that's just their specific policy or it has something to do with something being on your report for a certain length of time. All I know is that she told me when these mistakes happen, try to follow up as soon as possible. Okay, so here's the letter/email. It was an email formatted as a letter that I wrote and sent. I will read it off and keep out my personal information. I will also include it in the description below. So you can read it there or you can hang along here as I read it out loud. Okay, I put my account number on the top. Dear customer care team at mortgage company, thank you so much for taking the time to read this. I am a loyal customer of mortgage company and I have recently refinanced my loan with you because of the great terms the company offered me. I'm writing because I noticed mortgage company reported a late payment in May 2020 on my credit reports. I'm requesting a Goodwill adjustment to remove this late payment from my TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax credit reports. I read that you should list all three. They know the credit reporting agencies, but I guess it's a good thing to list them all out or wherever you're seeing them reported. I saw it on all three, unfortunately. I realized that I did indeed miss the payment deadline. Unfortunately, this was during the process of my refinance and in the middle of everything with COVID-19. I was pretty overwhelmed, and when my closing date got pushed back, I tried to make the payment, not realizing I had ordered a stop payment on my account. I tried to make the payment several times, but I didn't realize my mistake until after 30 days had passed. I've attached screenshots to show that I truly thought I was making the payment, but each time it came back as a payment reversal and I could not figure out why. And then I attached the screenshots from my account showing that. Anything you can attach for evidence of your point is important. I do take full responsibility for the mistake, and I assure you it won't happen again. As you can see, that one-time mistake was a fluke. I've been on time with every payment, not only with your company, but with every account I have. I know the heavy negative impact of the late payment could affect me for many years to come, and with the personal and career goals I have, this would be a huge burden for me. I don't know if they care about that, but I thought I would add it in to let them know I was desperate. If you can make the Goodwill adjustment requested, I would seriously appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. And then, regards. So, I submitted that according to the customer service agent. I followed her instructions of the email to send that to and the information to include. And within 30 days, I heard back that my late payment had been removed and my credit score had been restored to its former glory. Thank goodness. It was a time when I was very overwhelmed, as I mentioned in the letter, but it was a huge weight off my back. And it was an important thing for me to have learned. I hope I never have to do it again, but it was very helpful because I don't think a lot of people know that. I think people do turn to credit repair companies that overpromise and underdeliver, or they're doing something illegal which could fall back on you. So take this as a sign. These are the first steps that you could take in your credit repair journey. I highly, highly suggest trying to take matters into your own hands first and giving some of these a try. You might have multiple late payments and you can submit to multiple companies. Again, tailor those letters to your specific situation and for what happened on that account. I can't guarantee anything, but I can guarantee that it did work for me. And I hope it works for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I will get back to you. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you soon.